what made you decide that Eliot Engel should not continue representing this congressional district? You're both Democrats. What did you see that made you say, I need to get in there, I need to take that job away from him, here's how I can do the better job?
Well, I've worked in this district for 10 years as a middle school principal, and I've spoken to and built relationships with thousands of students and parents over that time. And Congressman Engel was an absent congressman, quite frankly. You never saw flyers advertising town halls or assemblies talking about the most important issues in the district. When we decided to explore a potential run for office, we spoke to hundreds of constituents from the North Bronx all the way to Rye, New York, and we continued to hear the same thing over and over again. He wasn't present, he's not engaged, and it's time for a change. So that's that side of it. On the other side, you know, when you work with children who come from, you know, troubling backgrounds, who suffer through poverty and trauma, you realize the impact of bad policy on the lives of kids who are most vulnerable. And as an educator, all of those issues intersect at your doorstep. Children can't thrive in school when they're dealing with food and housing insecurity, criminal justice entanglements, and lack of opportunity. So it was those experiences, as well as an absent congressman, that led to me running this race.
How did you deal with those challenges yourself in your own life as a kid growing up in a housing project in New York City, getting yourself beaten by police when you were 11 years old? How did you deal with those challenges? How did you get to where you are tonight?
My mother. I have the most amazing mom anyone can have. She gave me love, she gave me stability, and she gave me self-esteem and self-worth. And I also had two amazing older sisters who helped raise me as well. And then I had friends and mentors and people outside of my home, whether it's through coaches, through sports, through the arts, or through music, that kept me on the straight and narrow. So the anger of not having my father around or anything like that wouldn't overtake me. So I had a great mom, great sisters, great family, and great mentors growing up.
What's your number one agenda item when you get to the House of Representatives, if you do?
Racial and economic inequality. You know, it's about time that we deal with race and we continue to center race and class and put it at the top of the political agenda. Our campaign recently released a reconstruction agenda, hoping that third time's a charm. You know, America needs a reckoning. We need to reckon with our history, and we need to reckon with the impact of slavery and racism on every American institution, whether you're looking at environmental issues, wealth, education, health outcomes. You know, African Americans and Latinos continue to be at the bottom of the ladder there. So we have to deal with race and economic issues very aggressively and urgently, especially coming out of the COVID pandemic, as we see Black and Latinos being disproportionately impacted there. So what that looks like for us is pushing for a federal jobs guarantee, you know, getting people back to work in alignment with the demands of climate change and a Green New Deal. This is the biggest crisis we've had since the Great Depression. And after the Great Depression, a new deal was implemented and we put people back to work. We need to do the same thing now.